keys for you guys?
Play basketball.
Well, I mean, it's not actually playing the game itself.
I mean, just excited, man. I feel like for me, have some guys here in our team that missed a few years of playoffs, so really don't take for granted we, as healthy as possible, and looking forward to playoff basketball.
Curious though with the matchup with Rudy, obviously being able to body up with him is huge because he likes to try to muscle, and obviously you're built to bring muscle back. So how do you feel about the matchup with him, considering those factors?
I feel great against anybody, especially physicality is something that we have to rely on us to be better, especially in playoffs, and people are going to try to start hard and foul us and play to the contact. So there's going to be big emphasis for playoffs, regardless who we play. And they play with two bigs all the time, so it's a challenge for us, but also a challenge for them to keep our best players out of the floor, and it's going to be really hard for them. So.
Nurkic, it's been a minute since you've had a chance to compete postseason basketball. Can you just kind of put into words the emotions and how excited you are for a chance to really show a lot of people what you are capable of doing come postseason time?
I mean, like I said from the beginning, it's really excited, but also like blessing the B chance, compete and knowing you have a real chance of winning. On paper, you always look at it, and we have that. So it's a matter of time to us to go out there and do it. But for me personally, I don't take it as I have to go out there and just do some I don't know crazy stats. I just want to help my team get a win, and playing the role they give it to me the best way as possible. And for us, if we get a W, nobody happy than me.
You've been setting good screens for these guys all season long. How important is it in this particular matchup with a lot of the perimeter defenders that they have?
Yeah, I'm glad you noticed, but yeah, it's huge. They have a length. What they say, they have a McDaniels. So you take for whatever you want to take from that, but we feel confident. And as far as my screens, they're gonna have to deal with that whole series, whole playoffs, as long as we play. I try to, get my guys open, my teammates, get better spots, and I think pretty much whole year I was doing a great job, but, it's 0-0, so it's almost like a preseason, so, but with the playoff intensity, it's 0-0, everybody even, some of them have home court advantage, but for us as a team, we don't really care, so we're here and, looking for the win.
Kevin just said too that this is something that you guys prepare for all season, heading into the playoffs. Some guys, when you get there, you start to play more free. How much do you feel that you can do that too?
I mean, after 60 games in, I said we are the playoff team, not regular season team. So, what I mean by that, some games are on and off, but in playoffs, we all know that each possession counts. One possession can cost you a series, and you got to take it serious, especially with our emphasis. I feel like on turnovers. We have dealing with that problem for majority of the year, and now we know. I want to turn over. Yeah, I got to get back. So I think we understand, and especially with the experience we have, we shouldn't have, we shouldn't be able to after the game say, oh, we have 20 or some turnovers, and our transition got better. Turnovers obviously a little better. So I'm a big believer that what we do the last few weeks of the season, they're going to carry over, and I think we shared the ball really well the last few games too. So I think we are really confident in what we have.
What are those conversations like amongst the teammates as you guys gear up for the first round of the playoffs? Is a lot said? Is not a lot said? What are those conversations looking like as you guys gear up for this?
I mean, we just want to start. I feel like there's no really conversation until you start it. And until that jump ball start, I think it's going to be all preparation, films, and coaches try to prepare us as best possible with the game plan, but also like it's not really you going back to the hotel now. Even I'm forced to get a day earlier here with this weather. And we have the Phoenix weather, so I'm still upset, but that's good. Being upset before the game is good.
What do you feel like you guys have been able to do effectively to guard Anthony Edwards in terms of showing him crowds and that sort of thing?
I mean, I feel like we were just physical, showing him, like you said, crowds, but also our defense is got better. So I know y'all been complaining about defense for first 50 games, and I think we got really better as a team, as a group, trusting each other. Somebody gonna be there if somebody beat you, and I think that really carry over.
We've always heard and seen that the physicality ramps up when it comes to playoff time. How much do you relish or enjoy the increase in physicality and that playoff intensity?
I love it. As long as that referee know that, I love it. But looking forward, like I said, been a part for a few years last for me personally, and for my teammates. So I think it's going to be really fun to see and experience that after the whole season we was playing for, and I can't really describe. We can't just wait to get ready.
Hey, thanks.
Thank you,
Appreciate it.
sir.